Without you, I'll be so blue. Just thinking about you. Decorations around on a green Christmas tree won't be the same day if you're not here with me. And the wind blows through, snow falling, that's the wind blows blue. Memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas wine, but I have a blue Christmas. Oh, I have a blue Christmas. Yeah, have a blue Christmas. Thank you. Several days and a dozen times ago, I reached out one night and you gone. I don't know why you run, what you're running to or from. All I know is I want to bring you home. And the rain pouring down, and away at another town, and I'll go walking through with the rain in my shoes, searching for you in the cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain. So I'll be heading to Taco Bell because I'm starved, man. I tell you, I don't know that all this is because muggy or you know, I started taking a diet pill again because I saw a video of myself and said I was bad while my wife was away for a month. So it's time to get real again, you know, after McDonald's or Taco Bell. Anybody else want to hear anything else?
Let me tender.
I did it. Where were you?
Yeah, I'm in.
Well, did you really?
No.
I do it again. Actually, you know what? I find that some of these songs sound better here than they do in the show because you got the band playing loud and I have to sometimes over-sing so you guys can hear it, but when I'm here I can just sing it how it's supposed to be. So when I do Love Me Tender again sometimes I do the verse from the movie where his character dies and they change the last verse and it goes like this. If my dreams could all come true, darling, does I know happiness will follow you everywhere you go. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For you know that I love you, and I always will. Anything else you want to hear, or is there anything you guys want to know about the show, or Luau, or my kids, or the island, or Elvis, or anything at all? Or you guys just want to get out?
Amazing Grace.
You know what? I came real close to doing that song tonight. We used to throw it in Black Leather, and tonight we didn't. I came close though. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, mind. Oh, I know I see. So yeah, you got new CDs to scratch. Here's to you guys.
So what's the second requested song? Since you played the first and the third.
Second most requested song?
Yeah.
Probably this one. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love has a night. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied, satisfied. You were always on my mind. So this luau thing that we're doing is going to be pretty damn cool. You know, there'll be a Hawaiian band and Hawaiian dancers, and I'll make an appearance this Thursday, but I won't be making an appearance during the luau because I got to be getting ready and on buses and all that stuff. But I was telling those guys on the bus on the way here that when you go see the luau, it automatically gives you this. So we could have 300 people in this meet and greet. Our record is 70. And I mean, if we get selling that luau, we'd be doing it, and we had 70, anything over 30 was always in that room. And 300 people, we might as well just do the show. We might as well just keep on going. I've thought about that. If it gets to the point where there was that many, what we probably would do is we'd probably stop the show, and then me and the band would be like Black Leather, and we come to the front of the stage, and we tell you about the show, and then do more whatever somebody wanted to hear within Black Leather, or well, it wouldn't be like this, but that sort of idea, you know. So that's something that it starts on Monday, and we hope that concierge sell it so that I can get rich, because I got famous, but I didn't get what I came here for yet. I'm serious. I didn't come here to be well known and rich, but famous, but I'm not famous, I'm more infamous and well known. You know, but I came here to be filthy stinking rich so that I could support my daughters. That's the only reason why we got this thing going, was when my daughters were born and my wife said go get a normal job because I wasn't making enough. It was all for them. And eventually, you know, we will sell this thing out, and then they will have a very good life. I don't want them to be bums, but I also don't want them to be, my boyfriend broke up with me and wrecked my car or kicked me out of the house. What am I gonna do, Dad? You know, and I'd be like, well, hire a hitman. No. You know, my parents are sick, and you know, I want to take care of them and ourselves and my girls, and you know, I'm also Father Time is against me. You know, I can't do this for the rest of my life because you know, the first thing that starts to go is your looks, and I have never seen a successful face surgery, so I'm not touching this one. When it gets too old, I'll just say thank you, I had my day. I'll hire a 30-year-old guy, and I'll be on the beach with the girls. I won't have to show, and you know, everything will be groovy from that point on and stuff. You know, but it ain't gonna be very much longer because I'm 50. You know, so it's, you know, the face starts to go, and I mean the legs may still work, voice might still work, But if I get to like 55 years old and people are laughing at me because I'm going up and down the microphone stand, it's time to go. What's that old guy doing up there? Look at him. Whatever. So,
How long have you been doing this?
30 years.
Wow.
30 years, and everything is all centered around Elvis because I won the World Elvis competition 20 years ago this August, which was the 20th anniversary of his death. Now it's 40 years that I started singing. 30 years professionally, but you know, singing at the age of 10, and it's been awesome. I've got my wife, my kids. I got to live in Maui. I got to do everything that I wanted. Some things I didn't want to do. I didn't want to stay at the party in Vegas all that long, but I had to, you know. But I got everything that I wanted because of that guy and stuff, so it's pretty cool. You know, I wish he was still here. If he was, I'd probably be watching him. Not doing his show, but he's not, so good. No. I don't know what I would have done. You know, I wanted to be an entertainer. I probably would have tried to do my own stuff and whatever, because why would you want to be Elvis when he's already still there? But yeah, it's been 30 years, you know. Anybody else want to know anything else or hear anything else or whatever? Yes, sir?
What's your favorite part of the show? What
Black
number
Leather.
do you like? You like Black Leather?
My favorite part that I always wanted to do. We tried, our first year, we tried to do Black Leather during the anniversary of his death, and I always felt that it wasn't rehearsed. Like Elvis's really wasn't rehearsed, but in a way it kind of was, because there are recordings of them in a back room rehearsing the songs, not going in Black Leather, but rehearsing, so they knew what they were going to do. It wasn't just, oh, let's do, you know, by the time they got on stage, he had a list of what songs he was going to do. And we tried doing it without that, and it bombed. It didn't work whatsoever. So I said to the guys a year later, I said, I really want Black Leather in there. And I said, these are the songs. We're just going to practice sitting down, and you sit here, and we'll go through these a little bit. And that worked. And to get Black Leather into the show was already like an hour and 40 minutes, so I had to do some cutting. The first Casualty was the biggest seller that Elvis ever had. I threw out of the show. It's Now or Never. Because where it was in the show was around All Shook Up and Teddy Bear, and it just didn't do anything. It was just okay with it. And I mean, Black Leather was more important. And then I had to trim a lot of songs down to like a minute and whatever. Like one of the last things I added was Bossa Nova. And I said, it's got to go in there. He said, well, it doesn't have anything to do with Hawaii. And I said, I don't care. I said, it's so good. And he said, okay, well, this was a partner we had. You have a minute and 30 seconds. And that's exactly what I made that. It was a minute and 30 seconds of Bossa Nova, and Black Leather went in there. And then there have been times where Black Leather has gone on for like 40 minutes because we're doing Honky Tonk Woman or Down in the Corner or Back in Black or whatever I feel like doing that night. What did we do tonight that was different before? I Feel Fine. I don't know why, but I heard all the feedback. Meow. So then, went into that, which usually it is in the show, but everything else that was in the show was supposed to be. Then when we did Wipeout, how that came around was my keyboard player that knows everything was using a guitar case with drumsticks. And he was so aggressive that he put a big hole in one side of the guitar case. So I said, well, turn it upside down. We turned it upside down, and within 2 months, there was a big hole on that side. So I said, well, I got to go try and find another guitar case. And I went that day, found one, but I came to work, and he had that box. And I said, what's that? I said, Cajon. And I said, well, Elvis didn't use that, and whatever. He said, well, let's try it. And so we were just playing around during rehearsal, and he started going, and I just went. So that night we added it to the show, and wouldn't you know it, it's the song that gets the best response out of the entire night. I might as well stay in one odd costume because they don't care. They just want to see you do that song or whatever, which is great. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to get anything signed or you'd like to get a photo taken, I'd be very happy to do that for you, and I thank you guys very much for coming to the show. Aloha to you all.